We live, y'all. We live, y'all. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your man DJ Grady, baby. Hold on. I'm trying to figure this thing out. Hold on. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here I go touching stuff in the word of Shamika more. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what the show is all about. It's all about this right here with me. Eat, drink, and most of all, laugh. Going to enjoy each and every day, each and every moment. Just thank everybody. Hope everybody had a positive week. It is almost the weekend. Shout out to all my listeners all over the globe listening to us every Mondays and Thursday. But we're actually going to move our Monday show to Sunday. We just haven't figured out a time just yet, but we will be updating you with posts on Facebook and YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Thank you guys for watching us. Please, everybody, go to YouTube, our YouTube channel, like and share, and hit that notification button. We need those numbers. We need those clicks. Give us those thumbs up. Let us know you love us. Also, you can inbox us or comment. Give us any question that you have that you want us to ask. If you want us to discuss, you can hit us in the comments or hit us in the DM. Hit Grady Taylor Show or Grady Taylor, DJ Grady Baby Radio. Just leave a comment and let us know. But we have a full house today. We're going to be talking about the state of the Black community, things that we need to do, like voting. Just some positive things. I'm gonna keep it positive. I'm gonna try to keep it right. Some positive community stuff. So we have my special guest, one of my brothers. He jumped on with me to help us with this voting, this political thing, because this is his arena. I'm just want everybody to be aware. October the 5th is coming. The deadline to register to vote is coming really soon. So we need you guys to please register to vote and understand the bills and stuff that have been passed. So, I'm just a comedian, but I bring people on that know somebody that knows something about it. You know what I mean? But first, I want to take my hat off to my brother. I got to bring him on. My brother, congratulations to him. I think he's getting his bachelor's degree, and I want to say in security science or cyber. He doing this new age stuff, this new age security stuff. But let me bring my little brother on real quick. Mr. G. Clark, what's the business, bro?
Hey, what's going on, man? Man, I did my last final Sunday night, so I am done. I don't know if I'm gonna go for the Masters or not. But yeah, I've been practicing how I'm gonna walk across the
screen. Oh my goodness! Yeah.
I've been practicing.
I wanted to say congratulations to you on all your hard work and everything, man. And what's your degree is in?
It was in computer science, specializing in cybersecurity.
Well, security. Yeah. I know he's cybersecurity because he had to stay behind the screen because I don't know about his hands. I don't know if he's good with his hands. But,
these hands are alive. They alive. You understand what I'm saying? They're alive.
All right. Let me bring the lady on the show Oh my goodness, this lady here. She's an author, writer. She does so much. Motivational queen. I am enough. Wake up winning. Oh man, I wish I had her energy. I need her to fix me a meal plan so I can have her energy in the morning. Oh my goodness, this lady here. Oh my goodness, she's a wonderful lady out of the I want to say out of Motown, Detroit, the D, all the way in the A. You know what I'm saying? The G. I know you're on UG Clark, but I want to bring her in. Okay. I know it's on UG. I just didn't hit the button because she always tell me, "Grady, stop touching stuff." So that's why I left the camera on you. She wakes up in the morning and telling me to stop touching stuff. And shout out to Shamika Moore, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to bring to you Miss Wanda D. Hollis. What's going on, Wanda?
Grady, I cannot with you.
I was just making sure because you said queen, and I'm like, it's still on me. It's still on me.
I know, right?
Oh my God. Yes, happy day, everyone. I am on the DJ Grady Baby Radio. This is DJ Grady Baby Radio, and I am glad to be here.
Yes, we are so glad to have
house.
You.
The kings are here. The kings are here.
Yes, the king here, and I'm gonna bring one more king to the station. My business partner, my brother. Oh my goodness, he's been down with me for a while. We'll be doing stuff. Matter of fact, we hopefully, Lord, Lord's willing, y'all be able to see us live in the city. But we're gonna make this happen. This brother here, he's the founder, the creator of the Trans Slim movement. This brother here, I think it's called Trans Slim Movement. It's a Thick Love Club. That's what it is. He's the president of the Thick Love Club.
Yeah, he's Thick Love. I'm trans slim.
Yeah, G Class Trans Slim. My brother, man. Oh my goodness. I think he's a Grady baby himself.
Is that really a club?
Oh hey.
Oh yeah, girl, yeah.
Allow me to bring to you Mr. Brian Bowman. How you doing, Mr. Bowman?
I'm doing good, Grady. Hey, G, I want to tell you, you was an ugly queen there for a minute, bro. I was like, if that's a queen, I'd never want to be in the palace.
Man,
Never.
Hell, me either.
See what I have to deal with everybody.
I want to talk about the Thick Love Club.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, look here. I tell you what, the Thick Love Club is one of them clubs. Once you join, you ain't gonna never want to get out because them little skinty things that run around here, you ain't gonna want none of that. You want the big boy love because we got plenty of it to give.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Roger and Zapp said, more bounce to the ounce.
Now, only problem with it sometimes, it's kind of hard to get up off the sofa. It's kind of hard to roll over, a little stuff like that. But other than that, we give good love.
Yeah. And you got to help him put on his shoes.
Yeah. Hey, Grady, I tell him sometimes when I'm in the bed by myself, I have to put my hand up under my stomach and flip my stomach over in order to roll over.
Look, we trying to get my brother. We trying to get my brother there to the Trans Slim.
I created the Trans Slim movement for those of us to feel better about ourselves. I identify with a beach body, although my body might consider that I've bodied a few buffets. But hey, if we can believe that we everything else, I can believe that I got a beach body. That's all I'm saying.
There you go. There you go.
G. Clark, that voice is very catchy. I catch myself doing that sometime when I'm talking to people. Sure got a pattern on that, buddy. I like that though. All right, let's talk about the state of the community, the state of the Black community. I definitely want to mention this. I know everybody, in different states and in different, all over the country is protesting and want change, want things to happen, but like the movie from the sound bite from Drumline, one band, one sound. We all need to have one voice, meaning that we say the same thing across the board. Because I'm listening to the youth, they don't know which way to go because we have so many different leaders, and each leader have a different message or a different demand. We need to have one demand, and we need to uniformly talk about it, protest that same demands that we need, instead of having different demands. So we need to be one band, one sound. We need that one sound, and more than one voice and more than one leader. Because everybody needs to have the same thing. What's up, G. Clark? G. Clark got this pie face. You know what, G. Clark? I'm putting time out. What's up, G?
I'm checking the message board, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay.
Since you let me interrupt, good morning, Dewan. Good morning, Shirley. Good morning, Rob. Thanks for checking in.
Oh, good morning, Rob. Good morning, Rob. Love you, bro. Good morning, everybody.
One band, one sound.
One band, one sound. We need that to be. We need to have our list of demands. If our votes are that powerful, we need to all get our demands together. We need to have some kind of a chapter meeting or something, a group meeting or something where we all can get the word out to each other, and so we can, when we go to congressmen and whatever, the aldermen, and tell them what we need, what laws we want change or need change. You know what? Who better to ask than Mr. Brian Bowman, because he kind of had his hat in that field. Mr. Bowman, how do we affect change or cause change in for our communities?
Well, first thing, in my opinion, and keep in mind this is just my opinion, you've definitely got to be a registered. You should be a registered voter, and then not outside of voting, you need to participate in some of the things that's going on in your community. Every community has a different need. But if you're not a community leader, try to find out some of your neighborhood associations if you live in that type of neighborhood, or you can find organizations that are active in your neighborhood. in order to put one voice together to make a change.
Okay, hold on. I had to turn my mic back on. Oh, so can you give us an idea what kind of neighborhood? Because I'm thinking neighborhood watch, but what kind of community?
Neighborhood watch is good. That's a good one now.
Yeah,
That's a good one to start with.
Yeah, because I know, like in the community that I'm in, they always like, you going to the town hall meeting? I'm like, what's the town hall meeting? So does that's where it starts, the town hall meetings, or what?
Well, in different places they may call them different things, but that is where it would start at, because that's where you're putting your thoughts together. That's where the community leaders putting their thoughts together to figure out what they need for that community. And I know you were saying one voice, but one voice, one item does not fix everybody's problem. That become more of a lumped in situation in every community that don't need the same thing. So each community, you should be involved in your local community, just like your local politics. Everybody pay attention to the presidential, and unfortunately, especially black folks, we tend to vote only heavily in the presidential election. We should be voting even in our off election, especially for our county leaders, commissioners, because those are the ones that affect you the most. Donald Trump can affect you some, but he's not going to raise your local taxes. He's not going to raise your model taxes. He's not going to make referendums on your water bills and all of that kind of stuff that local government actually have the power to do and will do. So you have to be a part of that local community and what's going on in your community, such as that town hall meeting that you're talking about.
Okay, and now that you mentioned that, those local tax raises and stuff, I saw that last year when I voted last year, and yeah, that was raising the taxes for Clayton County water service and utilities. It was trying to, so if I voted against that for the increase, against the increase of electricity and all that stuff. But definitely we have to be more mindful of the smaller things. That's going, like you said.
I was gonna say, Grady, you had a guy on a couple of months ago that was dealing with Georgia Power, and I didn't get the community name or whatever, but he was dealing with it. And see, those are the guys that you need to be connected to, because they know what's happening, they know what's going on, they know where your millage rate is, when it's going up, how it's being spent. And those are the communities, and those are the people you need to really be connected to.
Southern Equity, Nathaniel Smith, the CEO of Southern Equity. I can't think of the PSC.
Right. And then those guys do so much work that you could not believe how much work that they do to protect the community that's not getting the global or not getting the attention from the newspaper. And heck, most of the time the politicians don't even want you to know about those kind of folks.
Yeah, definitely. Great. That's a great organization. I'm gonna reach back out to Mr. Smith. He's doing some great things. As a matter of fact, he was on ABC News talking about the Equity Center and the things that they're doing for the community, and some things that some laws and bills that they're trying to get passed to help I guess transportation in Gwinnett County, because he's been fighting that battle with Gwinnett County for a while, and they keep voting it down, but they keep passing it, but hey, the Southern Equity of I'm gonna butcher that name of the company. I'm gonna stop. Let me stop. But yeah, well, we do definitely have to get in our local communities and everything and find out what's going on. How can they? Because they need our input. They need our voices. Because how can they help us if they don't know what's going on?
That's correct.
Marvin Gaye song. Isn't that right? Miss Wanda D, that Marvin Gaye, what's going on? Yeah, can you hear me, Wanda?
I can.
The mic is low. Okay, there you go. There you go. Because if I don't hear you, I'm gonna start touching stuff.
Don't touch nothing.
Yeah. But man, but yeah, this is crazy, man. Hold on, I gotta reach back and grab my notes. But yeah, about status, and also too, we also need to start looking out for each other as well, because I want to also bring up for the ladies, security is a must for you guys, because I'm watching the news, these guys, and kidnapping ladies and stuff. So we have to be aware of our surroundings and stuff, because there's not enough real men out there that's gonna step in and try to save you. Most guys standing back with the camera. This young lady I saw in the news, she was walking from the store with her 1-year-old baby. Did you hear about that, Mr. Bowman? Walking from the store with a 1-year-old baby.
Didn't.
She I forgot what side of town it was on. She stopped at the car. So her and her baby, she was eating and feeding her baby. She was sitting on the back of the car. So when she grabbed the baby car seat to put the car seat in the car, this brother come out of somewhere and pushed her in the back seat of the car with her baby and took her keys and jumped in the front seat and started driving the car. He was asking her for money and stuff. She said, well, if you don't give me any money, I'm gonna strangle you. So by her being in the back seat with her and the baby, she jumped out the back seat with the baby, jumped out the car. And the guy kept going. Yeah. So they're trying to figure out who this brother is. So ladies, be aware of your surroundings. That's all I want to say. I know you ladies are independent, but please, you have to be aware of your surroundings. And like, it's another thing that happened at Walmart. And I want to say it was here in Atlanta. And this young lady on camera showed a young lady coming out the grocery store with a buggy. And she was walking toward her car. As she was walking past this one gentleman, he was coming up the middle aisle. He was walking like he was going into the store. And there was another gentleman that walked past her car. So the guy who was walking towards the store, he stopped walking and turned around and pretend like as if he was walking back to his vehicle. So by the time the lady had made it to her car, she put her groceries into the car. And the guy like, well, I'll get the guy walking back to his car said, I guess making a gesture like, I'll get your buggy. So as he reached and grabbed her buggy and walked off with her buggy, and she started back focusing on the groceries in the car, the young man who walked past her car pushed her in the back seat of her car and got in and closed the door. The guy with her buggy got in the front seat of the car and they drove off with her. Mm-hmm. So they working in teams now. So ladies, I know some ladies say, well, I'm licensed to carry and this and that, but when they're working as a team, it's kind of hard to fight off two or three men. So we definitely want you guys to be aware of your surroundings, because we are under attack even in our own community. That's why I titled this "The State of the Black Community." Anything you guys want to add? Jump in.
Well, I know I teach my kids, man. Like, I don't like being nonchalant in a parking lot. Mm-hmm. Especially when you're at a grocery store. I know that most crimes happen at places of business because, of course, they know if you come into Walmart, you got to have some kind of money. Now, they may take the wrong guess on some people, but, it's kind of a safe bet to say if I go to, and I didn't mean to shout out their name. They're not sponsoring us, a big box store or a grocery store. It's kind of a safe assumption that you do have money. So walking all casually, you want to see how the sun and how the sky is. That's not the time. Go to the park if you want to admire the beauty of nature. Just get in your car and keep moving. Like some people, and I'm not saying that I don't watch people. I watch my very own kids, and it aggravates me to death. I'm like, oh, okay, get in the car. What are you doing? Because I know at some point in time, they're going to be grown. They're going to be on their own. And if I don't get them to kind of break that habit, like you a walking target, you know what I'm saying? Like, have your keys ready before you get to the car. Don't be digging in your pocketbook when you get to the door. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things, don't be carrying your wallet outside of your pocketbook, ladies. If you got to pay with cash, don't pull all your cash out to pay the folk. You know what I'm saying? Like, have an idea what it's gonna cost before you get to the line. All of this stuff, because folks, you never know who is watching you, whether their intentions are good or bad. So, that's something that I definitely preach at my house.
Yeah. So, Wanda, any advice that you can give the ladies?
Just get off your damn phone. Everybody had their head down. They be looking. They don't be looking ahead. Don't be looking to the side. They be on that phone looking.
Say that.
So get off your phone.
Yes.
Get off your phone.
Yes.
People be looking. They don't even be talking. Now they got your mask up. You can't see. So now you can't see, and you got your phone.
We already look like robbers.
Yeah. I'm walking around like, who I'm gonna hit first? You know what I mean? Everybody walking around,
and you really need to be looking, because some of them people are robbers.
All I'm saying is,
so this just gave them great cover, didn't it?
Hell yeah! They like, oh, now I can really do some things.
They're looking like Zorro.
The robbers are coming out like Trump supporters, boy. I ain't lying.
I'm just saying, I personally mentally have a problem with going in a store with a mask and coming out with less money. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like what is this new norm we're doing? What are we doing here?
I'm not doing it. If I put a mask on, I'm gonna come out with more than I put in with.
More money for when I come out the store. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Hey, G, I ain't thought about that, but I've been getting robbed a lot lately with my own mask on.
With your mask
That's what I'm
on.
saying.
Take
That's
your
what I'm saying.
mask off, Brian.
Like somebody robbed me.
Anybody ever look at a receipt like, wait a minute?
Wait a minute.
I know they said 99 cents. Why they charged me $4.25?
99 cents.
Man,
For the register is $2.99.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Be like, who would sell latex? Who would sell latex? Huh? I don't know who that is.
Get your hand out my pocket.
That sales tax, sir. No, that says Soleil.
Not doing it. You
That's
gotta draw the line somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
All right, so Brian, what advice do you have for the ladies as far as security wise, being safe out there?
I dittos what everything that everybody else has said. I just want to make sure that you understand that if you find yourself in that position at any of the big box stores, your time to make your move is the moment it happens. You need to try to make as much noise as possible, because once they get you away from the scene, you pretty much isolated, and most folks are not going to pay any attention at all, even if you making noise inside the car. It's most of us just have a tunnel vision and we're not going to pay it. So you need to make as much noise as possible if confronted with that before you get isolated and pushed into the car. And if they're being pushed into the car, fight at that moment, because after that, your survival rate drops.
Yeah, exactly. And ladies, I'm gonna give you another piece of advice to kind of piggyback on Mr. Brian Bowman. I gotta look at you guys. I gotta put the camera on me so I can look at you guys. Ladies, if you ever been confronted or feel that somebody's about to take you, fall to the ground. Act like one of those little kids that's about to get a whipping. Remember how you was when you was little? Mama came in there with that belt. You just fell on the floor. That's what you do. You fall on the floor and cry and scream and help, holler help or whatever. Make much noise as you possibly can, because it's hard getting you up off the floor. And remember, ladies, I learned this in self-defense. The ladies' your legs are stronger than your arms. Fall and kick. Fall and kick and scream. Kick, while, and holler. That's what you're supposed to do. Kick, while, and holler. And men, and also my brothers too. You see a lady in distress, please help out. And what if it's your mother, your sister, or your daughter? Help her. And, most people now ain't getting in that. Back in our day, growing up, me and Mr. Bowman days, G. Clark, you wasn't born then, but back in our days, the baby. Man, we took care of our ladies. We took care of our ladies. I saw Granddad do some things. My dad, did some things to take. We were providers, we were protectors. So that's why it's a war on men, because so they can take away the real men. So they can. And it leaves our women vulnerable.
Yep.
And it's always been an attack on men, Grady. Don't ever forget that it's always been an attack on black men, especially even when we started trying to do housing, how black men were pushed out of the home so that they would have to, so the women would not depend on the black man. So that's the whole nother topic, whole nother show, another time when I will. Yeah, whole nother. So I don't even want to get into that. We'll talk about that another time when we on DJ Grady Baby
segue. No, that was a perfect segue because it's on my notepad.
That's a hot topic.
That's on my notepad. Remember we talking about the state of the black community. That is part of the state, because I did put it on my notepad. As being a family unit, we all need each other. Don't let society tell you or the government tell you, oh, you don't need a man to do this and that. We got you. Now they want to be your husband and stuff. And what it does, you put the guy out, you put your security out. Because most women, what y'all desire? Security, right? Men are protectors, providers, so.
Except for those thoughts. Now, they desire something else.
Hey, God loves the thoughts too.
Only on paydays, first and third of the month. Wanda. Look at Wanda Fanning.
They just need to find a business plan and they can graduate from being a thought.
But G, you gonna pull me into that one.
Let's just chime in on the attack of the man. Like what we really don't understand. I understand, the relationship between the black man and the black woman, but also when you take out the man, you take out protection for all. because whether people like it or not, we are really like a group. We act as a group, we move as a group, even if we're not necessarily connected. If
Yes.
every black man feels that he's not needed, of course, a man mentality, we're not gonna keep knocking on a door that it don't seem like it's gonna open. We're gonna try to find another door.
Mhm.
So whether that means being chivalrous, whether that means being, like you said, a lot of guys, and you see it with all these world star fight videos and all this stuff. You see it. Most dudes that could break up something, that could stop something, are either holding cameras or cheering it on, as opposed to when I grew up. If there was a fight between two girls, you might let them swing for like 5 seconds or something like that. But then, somebody gonna step in and break it up.
Yeah.
And whether it kill the vibe for everybody is one thing, but nobody ever really jumped on the person for breaking something up.
Yeah.
And that's something that hey, to me, when you attack the man, those less than me, those less than wanting to be the traditional man.
Yeah.
They just gonna be the audience. That's it.
Yeah, I call those the boys stand around to watch stuff. And
Right.
these people, 3 people I learned from a book I read. One person that let things happen.
Mm-hmm.
2 that make things happen. And I guess what's the other one? People that watch things happen. No, make. I guess watch. I can't think of the name of it, but it's Making It Happen by Kevin Liles. It's a great book, great read. But yeah, you guys gotta be what's that word? Y'all know I went to public school. Hold on. You gotta be
can't tell, Grady.
Assertive, accountable.
It's a lot of words, Grady.
I know. I'm trying to say you got to be you have to initiate change. You have to be proactive. You know what I'm saying? That's the word, proactive.
That's a good word, Grady. Proactive.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that word, Grady.
That's right. That's right. See. Hold on, let me give some shout out. Shout out to Miss Cherie Bree, Miss Bree down at Hinesville, Georgia, checking in. Antonio, the producer. What's up, my brother? Checking in.
What's going on, Antonio?
Yeah. Man, yeah. So we have to be proactive. We as men and also as women, be proactive in our security, be in our awareness, and we have to look out for each other. Don't let nobody break us apart. We need you. We need each other, as one of the ladies said in the WWCA Atlanta Chapter World Conference and Awards. Atlanta launch that we was at. This young lady said we all need each other, and everybody needs somebody. All right, Wanda, Miss Wanda.
That's right. That's right.
My PR person. We are also
and especially, we need to support and stand behind our black men because I know when's Father's Day, February. Is that Father's Day month?
See that there? No,
but I'm just saying it's Father's Day month, right? Because I know Mother's Day month is.
I have my own views about Father's Day. It's June.
It's June, right?
Yeah. Okay.
No, because right. So in every June, every time June comes around, I do like this whole month of tribute to men and especially to my men, black men, because black men are always discounted out and thrown under the bus, and then I guess we just have accepted it for so long to where some people just think it's cute to do that. I've never felt like it was cute to dishonor what makes us strong. And because men are supposed to look out for women, men are looked upon to be the conductor, like leading the way. And women's live really set us in this position, and it didn't benefit black women, it benefited white women to the point that it tore our houses down and it built their houses up. And some of us are still just too stupid to realize that. So we go along with this and we look for other people outside of us to fix us. And we don't need to be fixed. We need to recognize that we're whole when we hold on to one another. So that's what we have to do as a people. As a people, we got to get back on track to our roots, and finding ourselves. And let's face it, we are broken because of the things that we've gone through, but we know the answers. But some of us just refuse to play along. So for those that want to play along, then we can get this shit together. We can get it back.
Yeah, we can.
But we have to have conversations, and then we have to take action. And it comes with the respect that we deserve to give one another.
Amen.
So
amen.
that's all I got to say about that.
Oh, wow. Well said.
That was well said.
If I had my organ, Lord.
You would play it. Where's the organ at, G.
I'll be
Clark,
playing
when you
Glory,
need it?
Glory.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we're going to
Don't
set that
put
up.
me behind in front of no organ. Who knows what might happen?
Man,
Let's set that up, G. Clark. Next time I'm talking, go to the organ.
Yeah, we should have had you on the Father's Day show, because our show went in. I was like, man, we the discounted holiday.
Oh, you know what? Make sure you check out our Father's Day show. Come get your kids by G. Clark.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Miss Lisa Carpenter checking in. We love you, Lisa Lee. Man, that was well said. See, that was a motivational segment by Miss Wanda D. Wake up winning. See, that's what you get with Wake Up Winning. That motivation.
Every time.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Father's Day, Mother's Day, we get advertisements for Mother's Day like right after Valentine's Day, which is the period between. You can split that up between Easter, Groundhog's Day, all of that stuff. You like, there's a build up for Mother's Day. There's so many websites, so many of this. Father's Day. They kind of split it up. They put a gamble to it. You can either buy it for Father's Day or the 4th of July. I mean, like,
put a toss up on it.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's crazy, G. Clark. You hear the infomercials. K's Jewelers, buy your wife that perfect Mother's Day gift.
Hey,
15 karat.
Hey, quit saying.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lord Jesus. They're gonna pay us. They're gonna pay us. Speak those things into existence, G. Clark.
To all the listeners, don't go to them until they start paying us. We don't approve.
Mother's Day is the number one holiday.
Yeah, it is.
Mother's Day outsells Christmas.
It don't outsells 4th of July and New Year's.
New Year's don't count.
But hold on, let me finish my skit. Oh, this is impromptu.
I didn't know that was a skit, Grady.
Yes, it was. It was a skit.
Something
I just made up on the fly.
Start from the beginning.
Go to Jewelers and get your 15 karat Mother's Day gift for that special lady in your life. On Mother's Day, we are having a 5% discount on all diamond bracelets and necklaces. Come get it. Now, here comes the Father's Day gift. Father's Day, you can get 4 set of tires.
Yeah. You can get 4 set of tires, not your daddy.
A tie, you get a necktie with every purchase from your store.
Right.
Also, we get the little generic, so we get either ties or a wrench, a tool, utility belt. You need
a good utility belt, though. Who can't use a good utility belt?
You know what? I told a woman.
How many years have I been a father? I don't need a utility belt for every year.
I'm gonna tell you just like this: a utility belt is best used on your honeymoon of lovemaking. You walk into that bedroom with nothing on but that utility belt.
There it is.
Have a hard hat. Put this on. You about to go to work.
A utility belt and a hard hat. Nothing like it. Nothing like it.
My Uncle Bruce would say, "You mess with me, you're gonna need a Bible and a seatbelt. The Bible for Jesus and a seatbelt just to hold on." The hard hit so you don't bump your head.
Oh, no.
Just saying. Utility belt. Yeah, y'all got to come on, people. Y'all got to do better on the Valentine gift, because women, y'all be receiving, y'all get Christmas, because most of y'all ladies' birthday around Christmas or either January, because you get Christmas gifts. Then your birthday is in January. Like Jolene, her birthday.
Are most people birthday around Christmas, Grady? Really?
Yep. You're gonna get one gift. You're gonna get a dinner out of me. That's all you get.
Have y'all fact checked this information that Grady giving out?
Oh no.
Yeah, don't be the rude ones. And Leos be the rude ones too. It could clearly be Virgo season, and Scorpio like, I can't wait till Scorpio. Like, hold on, man, you ain't even got close.
Yeah. Yeah. And let me ask y'all this question.
Got time. Don't be sitting there on the first day of Cancer season and be posting Scorpio mess, man. Shut up.
Wait your turn.
You still got like 4 months. Man, leave us alone.
Wait your turn.
And I love Scorpios. Hold on, let me see, who is it? Capricorns, shut up.
Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorn. My wife is a Capricorn. Every time around Christmas time, she looking for a Christmas gift and a birthday gift. I say you only get one, and sometimes she don't get none. I don't buy gifts. You get your gift during the week. During the year.
All year long.
I'm so glad you got no Scorpio. What's the ones in December? That's Capricorn.
Sagittarius.
Yeah, I'm so glad I ain't
Sagittarius and Capricorn.
Man, because they be disappointed. You gonna get either a Christmas gift or a birthday gift. Which one do you want?
Yeah. and to speak up on birthday gifts, I was having this discussion about birthday gifts. Whenever somebody have a birthday on Facebook, the ladies ask for cash out. But I saw a brother ask for a cash out. It's my birthday. Cash out.
I sure did.
Yeah. I wasn't taking shots at you. I didn't mean that, brother. I wouldn't. But it wasn't you. You weren't the only brother that did it. I saw other brothers do it. When have men started asking for cash apps?
I've been doing.
I don't know, but it sounds like a good idea.
I've been doing it since PayPal. Let me tell you something. My request is not that much. I asked for $2 shots. Because my birthday.
Where you get $2 shots from?
I'm saying, like, my birthday usually falls around Tuesday. I don't know why. But
it always went out for Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, well, no, I don't want tacos.
Just the shots.
I go and get me a drink. I go to a bar on my birthday. I sure do. And I don't mean that I drink all the shot money that I get, but I do tip back a few and celebrate what it is that hey, the next time the sun revolves around me. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, so my thing is this.
Go ahead.
Ain't no shame. Ain't nan. Like
actually do it work though.
Yeah. I asked for $2 for my brother because I'm like, man, you ain't got $2. Okay, whatever. But I'm not sitting here. Last year, well, this year, I pulled in around $215.
You didn't say pulled in.
Well, I mean, no.
He made it sound like a real investment, didn't he?
Right, I pulled in around,
No. Because I was very grateful because people were very generous.
How much you pull in, G. Clark?
Okay, I will. Let me rephrase that. People very, very generously donated to my bosom. Like $214. Like. It was and I mean it was very appreciated because I didn't expect I don't ever expect more than like $20.
You didn't expect to put in that much.
Hey, I mean, like it's the same as when we were growing up. People used to pin money on their shirt, right? Hey man, if there's people that's willing to do it, if there was one day to panhandle, why not your birthday?
Exactly.
True. I'm gonna say
panhandling on your birthday is nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. And
I'm gonna make that my thing from now on out.
Right. It sounds good, don't it?
I like that.
I should have loved when
panhandle on your birthday. It's your birthright.
You receive not because you ask not.
Yeah.
And there's people that get online and if I catch your birthday that day and you're asking for something that's reasonable, I'll shoot it to you. It was $5.
Okay. They be adding up because they won't tell somebody else. Grady gave me $20 for my birthday. Everybody else gonna be hitting you up for $20. That stuff adds up.
I will not tell who gave me $50 for my $2 request. I will not tell that. I would just say that I'm gratefully appreciative and if ever you need $50, you got 100. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just real spiel. You ain't gotta get in details, but just to me, just be gracious because that's people showing love.
I got a question for Wanda D. Wanda D, when's your birthday, Wanda?
May
what?
24th.
Okay. Gemini. Mine May the 3rd. I was gonna try to dodge your birthday month. I'm saying I was out of town, but hell, yours around mine, so I can't hide for you.
I'm squeezed in at May 20th between both of y'all, so I should get all the gifts from everybody.
Yeah.
No, because my wife's birthday is May 19th.
Damn, I'm really messed up. I was gonna put you on my request, but I guess you've been done broke you by the time it get around to me.
Yeah, you better ask for a $2 shot. That's about all I might.
$2 shot. That's all he can do. That's all he good for.
That's all I'm good for.
In May, that's all he good for.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna change your birthday.
That's that time of the year I go back to paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, trying to.
Robin Peter
But
the
G Clark,
PayPal.
you know what you do, G Clark? What I would do? You know, because her birthday, you got to start putting, you know, around December, you're going to have to start putting away $50 here, $50 there. That don't work?
I got 5 kids, man. I got five of them.
Man. Well,
hold on.
Y'all better get it. Hey, I'll tell you what you do. I'm going to use your voice, G Clark. I'll tell you what you do. Go down to the big store down there, get you some pictures and Kool-Aid and sell some. They can't even sell drinks on the side of the highway no more, can they?
Yeah, they can. They can do whatever they want to do.
Let me tell you something. Let me break it down. I got Christmas, and then on the 5th of January, that's one birthday. Then we skip. We got Valentine's Day, and then March the 8th, there's another birthday. And April 11th and April 15th, those are another birthdays. And then somewhere there's Easter, somewhere there's Mother's Day, and then there's Wife's birthday. And then right after that, about 2-3 weeks later, there's anniversary. And then I got Father's Day.
I know, Lord Jesus. And I know my anniversary's coming up.
That first 6 months of the year, boy.
G Clark, do what I do. I don't celebrate them holidays. I don't celebrate holidays, and you barely get a birthday out of me.
I mentioned 3 holidays. I mentioned about 6 birthdays.
Yeah,
holidays ain't my problem.
Birthday, what you do? Tell her you gonna get your Christmas gift on your birthday. That's one shot.
That's January 5th. Yeah, that's January 5th. Sometimes no, because I mean that's 2 weeks after Christmas. That's 2 weeks after the fact.
Hey,
it is what it is.
I don't know. You know, having birthdays and especially having girls in your life, you know, they expect to be pampered and spoiled and stuff like that. But I think they should help me. You know what I'm saying? Help me pamper yourself. I don't know what you want. And sometimes you get them the wrong gift. They kind of fake like they're happy, but they're not. And I do like my dad would do, you know, old school. Would say, okay, if you don't like it, don't worry about me getting you something next year. That's my out right there.
I don't even look for their response. Here you go.
No, that's what look for the response, because if you get a negative response, that's your escape for you to get out of buying next year's gift. If you ain't happy enough, forget it. I ain't doing nothing for you. That's it.
Grady always have an angle. Okay, G Clark, you know you cannot listen to Grady.
I know I can't.
That's right. He better listen to me.
Yeah, that didn't sound like the best advice, but
it showed it.
Okay. It was the best advice for my wallet.
Listen to Grady. You know he used to steal the lunches. You know he tricked all his brothers and sisters into getting whoopings for him.
Oh yeah, it is.
You cannot follow anything. No. Because you will be jacked up.
But
you'll be on the couch. You'll be over there stealing people's lunches.
Yeah. Well, that's the old me. I get it.
No. That was just you 30 seconds ago. We should have like the bouncing ball and closed captions when Grady talk, because Grady may say, you know what? You just look at an angle, because that's how you don't buy next year. What the translation really says is, when I like to jump off the bridge, I like to go on the springboard and catapult myself off. No parachute. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
What the caption said is Grady will have you in the doghouse with your significant other if you listen to Grady. Okay.
No, it have you on her mind heavily. That's all.
And Grady been that way for a long time, because even when he was younger, I think he said he was marching into church listening to When Doves Cry.
When Doves Cry.
Going to church. So you already know that we probably should listen to Grady.
And that wasn't with a Walkman. That was with a boombox. So everybody could hear.
Everybody could hear.
Everybody could hear. Everybody going in on the
do the right thing. Had one of them big boombox you put on your shoulder. Yeah. Dig it, you will. The picture. That song came on.
Just make sure you don't take any of his advice by accident, okay?
Yeah,
by accident, or on purpose.
I'm like Will Smith. My stuff always work. I can listen, fellas. I can tell you how to get out of doing chores at the house. I can teach you how to take your woman shopping and act like you gonna wait in the lobby. You just get in the car. Just go to the car.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to pay for stuff. She ain't gonna walk out the store with the stuff. You just walk with her to the mall. You can take her to the mall. Don't go in there. See, I learned how to take a girl out and not pay.
You're right, Grady. You can get me out of doing chores in the house. Last time I listened to you, I ain't even have no damn house no more. I was put out the house. So I ain't have no chores to do listening to you.
I want to agree. Get your own damn room in the house. That way you go. You have your safe place.
I'm saying, yeah. I'm not trying.
Don't fall for it.
I'm telling you, man, you have to get a backbone. You can't let the lady run the house. There's two places she's supposed to run: the kitchen and the bathroom. They're the only two places they run. You know, you the man of the house. You tell her when to come and go, what to cook and what not to cook. You know what? I don't even let my wife cook for me because I don't want her to have nothing to say. You know what I mean? And that's why
I want to make sure I didn't even hear that.
Yeah. See, the bouncy ball said, next time I'm going to jump off the bridge, I'm trying to bring somebody with me. That's what it said.
Will you come? Will you come? That church, how the pastor said, doors the church over, who come with me?
No. Nobody.
Did he say two things you run? You run the bathroom and the kitchen? Is that what you said?
Yeah. She gonna eat.
And he might as well say she just need to be barefooted and pregnant. He might as well went on and put that in there too.
That's exactly what he said.
Wonder how are you going to put words in my mouth? I did not say a woman should be barefoot and pregnant.
No, Grady.
No,
Grady. We are reading the captions.
Yes. That's exactly what he said. He said, if you want to mess up your relationship, do this. Everything that I say, just do it.
No. I'm just trying to bring some diversity in your life, because women don't like men to be. They say they want you to be consistent, but when you're consistent, they be like, oh, I know he gonna do this, and they did. And you know how women leave men because they too consistent. He just do the same thing. Sometimes you got to spice things up by changing. So a lot of times, that's what I do. When in the summertime, your wife had the air conditioning on. Why did she get in a deep sleep? You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all may have had a disagreement during the day. Just ease out the bed and turn the heat on to 84. That's all, 84 to 94, and then leave the house.
See, you
Where does he get this stuff at, G. Clark? He cannot come up with the stuff on his own.
We hope not.
And then if you want to stop your woman, wait, I'm about to jump off the bridge. I'm about to jump off.
You ain't, because I gotta
get you on the last one. He was trying to save our people.
You messing with two bills. I know, right?
Hold on. Time out. I thought we was trying to save our community and save our families and save our people. What was the title of today's message?
Everything starts at home. I'm trying to provoke.
Brian, jump in here. You supposed to be giving us voting tips and what's going on.
I can tell you to vote Grady out. That's the only thing I know to tell you right now. Vote Grady out.
I am the mouth of the community. What G?
Hold on. Grady, hold on.
I'm getting out of here.
I'm with you, Wanda. I'm with you. We'll get back into that because I got something to say about voting as well. Y'all may not like it, but I got something to say. But Grady, we talking about two bills you messing with in the summer.
Okay.
Now with the AC on, electricity, Georgia Power is having a holiday season in the summer. That's when they pull in all their bonuses and all the other good stuff. As a matter of fact, that's what Nathaniel Smith was talking about. They was adding the extra. If Corona did not hit this year, understand you would have been paying an additional 20% to your bill to Georgia Power just because they wanted to charge that. That's what they passed in December.
Wow.
So number one, you already got it at 7 or something. You're dealing with Georgia Power, but to throw it up to 90, you gonna sit there and bring in the gas company too?
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. I'm just saying. I'm saying. We know you're rich. Give me $5.
So voting. And then thank you for reminding me about the voting thing, Mr. Bowman. I gotta ask you this question directly, brother. So with the voting, can you explain to the listeners and to myself, because I don't understand the electoral college vote? What is that?
Well, if you know, a lot of folks like the popular vote versus the electoral college, but I particularly think the electoral college is something that if we did not have, you got to remember the black vote. Black people make up 13 to maybe 14% of the population. So if we didn't have an electoral college and you went by the popular vote, we would never get anything we need. So the colleges allow you to kind of level out the playing field because in the metro areas, that's where we all lumped into. That's where most of our votes are. So you have two votes uh, for that college per state. Now each state have a different electoral vote. Some states have bigger, depending on the state, the population have
Okay.
bigger electoral colleges vote. So those people that, in other words, if I'm in Georgia and I get, let's say I get 500 votes, you get 600 votes, I'm forced to vote my electoral vote for the 600 people that voted. But that does not make up that does not mean that the whole population will vote that way. If you understand the colleges, let me go back. Let me go back a little bit.
Yeah, because you had to go back for me because I'm lost. Because I'm thinking about Georgia Tech, Georgia State University. Which college you talking about?
The electoral colleges.
Okay.
Please
Now,
help.
who are the electoral colleges? You know, take it
Well,
back to the beginning.
there are people that I don't know one, but there are people that are picked by the state.
Nobody
To
knows.
Right.
Right.
I don't know one. Tell you the truth.
Okay.
But there are people that are picked by the state to represent your state. So if you went by the popular vote, in other words, the popular vote can actually be more in this metro area, but the metro area only get part of that electoral vote. So in the state, the metro area may have a whole lot of votes, and that can push you over the popular vote. But that college, as the whole state, might have voted Republican, then and you had more because you have smaller population in Athens or Greenville. They still have part of that electrical college, that electric vote, if that makes any sense to you. So that person has to cast a vote. That electrical vote that they have has to cast a vote based on the counties and everything that was won, not necessarily population.
Oh wow.
If that helps you.
Yeah, because most of the population in Georgia resides between Savannah, Macon, and the metro area of Atlanta. Most of these small cities down, in different places, population don't go over 3,000, and you can add all of them up. Atlanta on its own is pushing what 5, 6, 7, 8 million.
Right.
So the rest of it doesn't add up. It don't.
Okay.
But just imagine if it had been in the past where Atlanta was mostly white, black folks never would have gotten anything passed if it wasn't for the electoral college and had to take in consideration the smaller counties that were voting differently than the masses of the population.
Okay. So this is my next question, Mr. Bowman. So due to regentrification, is that why they're coming back so they can get their electoral college vote back?
I wouldn't say that. I think that's more money driven. That is definitely more money driven. It ain't really have to do with anything. It's just makes more sense. Most of your business and stuff is handled in the metro area. Why do I need to keep commuting from Athens or deep side of Porterdale to come into the city and do my business? And then you have folks that are importing in from New York that or other places that like being inner city and like that lifestyle, and they can get it cheaper here in Atlanta than you can in California or New York or other places, though we're catching up with them.
I'm sick of them.
Keep in mind, also, the gentrification has already been set. It was set 20 years ago, or 30 years ago, back when Atlanta first started doing housing projects. Most of that land was leased to Atlanta on a 30-year period. And they understood when that 30 years was up, the cousins over in East Lake, that was their land, and they already had a plan for it. They was going to build a big, pretty golf course. They was going to bring this community back. We just didn't understand that plan because we don't go to those community meetings.
Yeah, yeah. That's why we have to get involved with those meetings. You can't divide yourself forever. I'm not going down there with those people. No, you need to go find out what's going on, what's being said, because they're speaking on your behalf and your future. Um, oh man, I forgot what I was going to say earlier. But yeah, that electoral college vote is something else, and it's regentrification. Oh, this is what I was going to say too. Also, and I see a lot of people, a lot of industry companies moving to Atlanta and the Clayton County area as well. By these industrial companies coming in, um, the the housing rate is going up. The what you call it? What you call it?
Property value.
Yeah, property value is going up. Please, yeah, and also too, our community, we need to stop exchanging our time for money. Create your business, and please, if you know anybody that have a business like a DJ and photographer, don't get speech impediment when it's time to talk about the fee. Most people keep saying free. It's fee. So please support the business, okay?
I know what happened to Free.
What happened to Free?
Free ran across Interstate 85 during rush hour. Tried to run across the highway. He didn't make it. This Discount tried to stop him, but he got hit in the third lane too. So he in ICU. I don't think he gonna make it either.
He ain't gonna make it at all.
Hook up stayed in the car, but 18 really came on the side of the road and hit him while he was waiting on the car. Hook up gone too. They having their funeral services Saturday at the Greater MBC Church. Niggas be cheating.
I'll put that on the shirt.
I'll just say it.
Yeah, so
Hook up and Discount have all met their demise.
So we have to support our brothers and sisters. If they have a business, support them. Don't look for a hookup, because you guys go to the other establishments and you guys pay for a price and don't ask for a hookup.
No, I'm gonna tell you, I need to do a business counseling because I don't even get to the point where we even talk about hookups and discounts. Like, you state your price and let that be it. You educate your customers. And so that's one thing that I get a little tired about when we talk about black businesses, because we'll complain. Well, they don't say that when they go to blah 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 to buy blah blah blah. Well, yeah, because when you go to that store, that ticket say what it is. You see clearly what you gonna buy, and if you decide to buy it, yeah, no big box store complains when you go and you take that shirt off of the rack, you put it in your boogie, you get all the way to the counter, then you decide, you know what, that's not a good purchase to make right now, and you put it on top of the candy. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never hear them complain about that, because that happens too.
Yeah.
But understand, educate your customer. When they go to my website, they see that I do photography. They see that there's photo shoots. There may be prices posted already, or if it ain't a price posted, they can contact me and I will quote you a price that comes on a PDF, and have everything spelled out. This is why I charge what I charge. Now, if you still look at that and you decide you want to put my services on the candy, okay, that's cool. We're just gonna restock it and have it ready for the next customer. Like, we got to stop complaining about each other. Like, I can't justify a photographer that has no kids prices, versus somebody that may have 5. That may very well influence the price.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like it, go hire your uncle and then see how happy you're gonna be with your pictures.
Yeah, support. We have to support each other.
Yeah,
that's that Oklahoma thing. They reopened that Oklahoma case, and Oklahoma, with them going against the city about the Black Wall Street, the destruction of that. So they reopened that case this week. And like I said, it was a time where we support our own. If you're a bestseller, please go out and buy Miss Wonder book. You have any new books coming out, Miss Wonder?
Well, Grady, I'm glad you mentioned it.
Yeah.
We're working on our second volume of Wake Up Winning, because losing is not an option.
Mm-hmm.
It's a book of it's a collaboration, so there's multiple authors, co-authors in that book, and that book will be released in December. But you can go to my website, IamEnough365.com, and purchase any of my other books, which that's Wake Up Winning Volume 1, and then we have the I Am Enough book, and I'm also a part of Stepping into Our Territory.
Yes. And see, and also let me ask you this question: what is the cutoff time for the co-author book?
On the 15th of September.
Oh, it's time winding up. Everybody pastor would say,
Time is
winding up. Make sure y'all reach out to Miss Wanda D so you can so you can add that title onto your to your name. You know, you got PhD, you can put the author behind it, the author in front of it. The author will go good next to your name, you know. So yeah. Also too, I gotta ask Mr. Brian Bowman. This man had got the coldest gaming trailer. Man, you know what? You know the new Madden is out. Mr. Bowman, I think I want to challenge some of these kids at do something with the youth like we plan to do. Bring out this new Madden, bring out the trailer. True 92 gamers? What's it on?
It's True Gamers. True Gamers. To be honest with you, Grady, we take some downtime because I actually have taken that trailer, got rid of it, and they're gonna have to refurbish the second one that we're picking up. Because we want to do more virtual reality. During the pandemic, it just haven't been as great as business as it used to be. So we're trying to make some changes to be able to adhere to some of the codes of having people inside in that close proximity to each other.
So virtual. Okay.
So hopefully some of the virtual stuff we will only have one or two people in the trailer at a time, and the other stuff will be on the outside of the trailer.
Okay, I have an idea that I think would work for yes. Oh, we definitely got to talk. We definitely got to talk. Because that'd be good for our next event too as well. Hopefully we have some good news on that.
Hopefully we'll have a good news on the tailgating and the other stuff that we were doing to get back to where we were at having a good time and getting out in the public.
Yes. So the world can see us again. We live, man. Oh yeah, that last tailgate party, we shut down Northside Drive. Was that Northside Drive or did they change?
Oh yeah, it was Northside Drive. It was Northside Drive. It was a great thing. The stage was nice. The performance was nice. Everything was good about that.
Yes.
Food might have could have been a little bit better, but everything else was nice.
That's all right. We got the food fixed for this year, so definitely we guys stay.
Y'all had Uncle Pete on the grill.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I got to have the food right because I'm part of the Thick Love Club, so I ain't getting thick just by looking at food and spelling it. I really like to eat it, and if it ain't
good, yeah.
We asked for Texas Pete. Y'all put Uncle Pete up there, huh?
Hey, that's all right.
Not Uncle Pete.
Uncle Pete. Yeah, we gonna get it right this time.
When are the parties gonna start? The what do you call them? The blazing parties. What do you call them? Tailgate parties.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. We're waiting on here.
I've never been to a tailgate party before.
Still waiting for a team.
It's fun. So this is what happened. What we did at our tailgate party. We had we had food. We had artists to perform. Before the artists performed, we did comedy karaoke where you sing along with the music and people just laugh. So people can laugh and have fun.
Words up, yeah.
We had a real good time.
We had a great time. So we had other teams. People was leaving their tailgate party to come to our party. It was funny. But we had a big stage. We had a nice size stage. Also, we're going to upgrade. Hopefully, it depends on the new location. We're getting a larger stage, and we're going to have more acts. So looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. We're going to have some comedians, and we're going to have artists perform. So we're going to really do it. Pre-game show. Halftime show. We're gonna have a 6-minute halftime show, and then a post-game show. The post-game show would really set out when people leave the stadium. Oh my goodness, we had gridlock, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, y'all stay tuned for DJ Grady Baby Radio, True 92. We're gonna be in the streets. True 92, True Gamers, and shout out to Warren, Coach Warren. Are we gonna do something this year with the high schools?
We're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on getting some sports stuff done, but due to the pandemic, it's been kind of hard. Heck, they don't even know their schedule right now, so it's kind of hard to nail anybody down to an interview or or to find out what is happening. But we did enjoy it last year. We even interviewed some of the schools that was in the top playoff, and I think one of the schools actually won the region that we interviewed last year with Coach Warren. So we're looking to get with them, and it's just been hard since the pandemic to even catch people at the school, to even talk to coaches and that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, we're looking forward to picking up the sports side of things. Man, it's that time of year, y'all.
Grady, I do want to say, I know you're about to wrap up, and we want to make sure we invite folks to me and Warren eventually with a talk show, Real Talk, where we talk about politics, talk about music, and analyze songs rather than just listening to songs. Because Warren broke a song down to me, such as Bruce Springsteen, Born in America, and we used to just play that thing, rock our head, never even think about what this man was talking about. And he's talking about the downsides of America. So we're going to have a lot of that kind of stuff where we break down actually what the artist is actually talking about, rather than just bobbing your head and dancing and in so many words, they got young kids listening to music that don't even understand when they're being called derogatory names or stuff being done to your daughter that you ain't even agreed to. So we're going to break down that kind of stuff. Let's talk about politics. And some of you folks loved Donald Trump when he talked about when he was on The Apprentice and you're fired. Now all of a sudden you're hating. I don't have a problem with you hating him. I just want to know, why do you hate him all of a sudden now? And why do most black folks vote Democrat? Have they done for us lately?
Nothing.
Let's talk about it.
So
go ahead.
Can I just want to have a moment of clarity real quick, because I know a lot of the youth are getting bashed because many have stated that they're not going to vote this year. We've also been bashed in the last election for not voting. Not voting, I do believe, is a viable option that we can use to leverage our power in certain ways, especially when it comes to this election, that it means something as far as symbolism, but like you said, the local municipalities kind of weigh a little bit heavier in how they affect you. I do appreciate the elders that went before us and everything they did to fight for the ability to be accounted. Okay. Not necessarily the ability to go into a booth and vote, because if we go, and we have been going for decades straight, where we get politicians that come into our community, they promise stuff, and we see nothing but the opposite happen. However, when there is a big election and our numbers don't show, the first people they will sit and they'll ridicule will be us. Well, my thing is this. I see no point, and like I said, like you said, we've been predominantly Democrat for God knows how long. I see no point in a person that every opportunity they have a chance to go into a fast food restaurant, you just ate and it didn't do you any good, but you're going again and you're going again and you're going again. You keep choosing the arches. You understand what I'm saying? Like you just keep going there, and you don't give yourself a chance to either take a break and let them miss your money, or whatever the case may be. Go put your money somewhere else. However, I do believe there's power, and sometimes if we don't participate, because the whole thing of the lesser of two evils, it never resonated with me. It never. If I gave you 2 cups and I went with this with Grady, and I said, well, this one has 30% cyanide in it, the other one has 60%. Which one you gonna drink?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good analogy.
It is.
And neither party has shown any type of effort to even woo us. You understand what I'm saying? Like they treat some of the other races like the girl you was hollering at the mall. So you coming with your game, you coming, because you gotta have your presentation straight, because if you don't get her within that first 15 seconds, you lost her. However, they treat us like the hoe on the street because they know we got a set price, and you can make all the promises you want, and all if we just okay, we just keep your food stamps going for another 4 years. Come on, like I'm saying, sometimes you have to show your power by actually sitting out.
Exactly.
Well, G, I agree. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, King.
No, wait, Wanda.
G, I agree with everything that you just said. I do not agree to not vote. I think you should vote, whether you vote in Democrat or Republican, Independent. Because I think you have to let them know that you are out there. When you don't vote, you pretty much are null and void. But
okay,
I do thoroughly agree that we don't ask for anything. We haven't asked for anything. And as a great Hosea Williams taught me as I was running back in the day, the problem with it is the Democrat take your vote for granted because they know you're going to vote for them regardless. Republicans don't really do much for you because even when they have done for you, you have not voted for them in return. So both of them are almost saying the heck with black folks because you ain't standing for nothing. But even when let's just roll back real quick to the 80s when black folks wanted Martin Luther King birthday to be a national holiday, and they pushed for that for years. We had a Democratic president, Jimmy Carter, who would not pass it.
Mm-hmm.
You took Ronald Reagan to pass it, but black folks still called him evil, demon. It doesn't matter what he did for the black community. He let you bring home more money. He cut taxes. He did a lot of stuff that was really good, but we still demonized him. So,
but he's still
our vote really don't mean anything to neither party because we don't stand for anything to the parties.
I mean, I get you where we brought more money. I get you that he gave you the holiday, but he's still the architect of the war on drugs too now.
Well, he was. And why was that? Because we don't stand for anything. We don't stand for anything. As a whole, we don't. I know people that might not want to hear it, but let's look at most of the Democratic-run cities.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta,
Detroit. I can't disagree with you, and that's my very point of boycotting.
Boycotting,
because I mean that's the nature of the elders that fought for this right. Didn't, like I said, did not fight for us to have a participation award, meaning that we come in on every election for every booth, and just because we done punched somebody's ticket, we done punched somebody's card, we felt like we've done something. Like that to me is not accountability. Now, again, because here's the thing, a lot of people don't make the push for the importance of voting and the importance of the local municipalities, all this stuff until it's voting time. Mm-hmm. Like literally, if we sit one out so we can have some kind of discord and get on one accord and say that this is our values, this is what we want, and if you ain't coming in line with that, you out. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. So you're advocating sitting one out, not just stop voting altogether. I might can roll with something like that if we just don't sit one out for a purpose. I'm sorry.
I wonder got something.
I have nothing wrong with the Republicans, man, but at the same point in time, under Reagan's leadership, they flooded black neighborhoods with drugs. Like, I mean, Chicago, even to this day, hey, where these weapons coming from? You know what I'm saying? Like
CIA.
That's what I'm saying. No. I mean, as much as we can point to, and like I said, I don't support either, because 30% cyanide versus 60%, it's all poison. You know.
Before Wanda make a statement, I want to make sure you know I'm not endorsing neither party. I'm an independent guy all the way around. I want to make sure you understand that. But go ahead, Wanda.
Well, I just wanted to say that whoever is in office, we need to hold them accountable.
Exactly.
those seats of office, you talked about it earlier, King, when you mentioned, and I say this all the time, we should be paying more attention to who's our sheriff, because your sheriff dictates the arrest rates, and because your sheriff sets the tone for how they're passing out tickets and all that kind of stuff. And then we should be more concerned with the school board, who's sitting on your school board, because that's who looks over your children every day. And I don't think I don't think that we should not vote, but we should make sure that we know who we're voting for, and we should hold them accountable. And the reason why I say that is because then you cannot institute any type of change if you don't get in the game. So you should be getting to the table to see, hey, we want this done. And then in these back rooms, we could come together and say, this is the agenda that we need as whomever needs it, and then make sure that we hold these people accountable. Because whether to do nothing, to me, that's just like saying I'm gonna have poor health and I don't care. I'm gonna continue to eat what I want to eat and not take any type of action. Who you vote for is your business, but don't let the hard work of being able to get to the polls go in vain.
Well, see, okay, so what I'm saying is just like you said, if your body is not well, not doing anything well, something that we have done as a people and worldwide is fast. That means that, okay, you shut down eating. You, of course, you drink your water, but for a certain amount of time, you shut down and you let your body heal itself. You're not putting any impurities, this, that, and the third. Sitting out, to me, would be fasting from the political system. Number one, it'll put a spotlight on us. If all black folks didn't vote, you best believe it's going to be on the news. It's gonna resound in both parties and the independent party, because it's gonna say, "Oh, well, hold up, something not right. Something ain't right." You know what I'm saying? Because what they do with our votes, I have no idea. The Electoral College, again, if there's more population in 3 cities in Georgia, I understand the lesser counties, but hey, if the numbers win, they win.
Right. I want to interject this idea, this concept. Mr. Bowman, let me know if I'm right, if I'm heading in the right direction. Now, I'm going straight. I'm not going to make a left turn or a right, straight to the point. I think as business owners, as I say the athletes or entities, I think we should put together our funding. And this was Tupac and Snoop was trying to do before Tupac was assassinated. He was talking about all the entertainer artists getting together, find a politician that agrees with our values and our needs and stuff. Let's put our funding behind his campaign
and on fund everything. On both sides this year, do we have that?
No, we don't have that in our community. We don't have somebody that we pay for the campaign.
We know Trump ain't for us. We know Biden.
I understand. No.
And then we know on second, we rejected Kamala last year.
No, I'm talking about the the aldermans or the commissioners. Let's find somebody that now on the larger platform. Let's get on the ground floor first. We're trying
everybody's hollering about, like I said, that's the symbolism. But everybody's hollering about, okay, save us from Trump.
No,
save us from Biden.
G. Clark, I get it, and I totally feel you on this. And this is a beautiful thing when you can have so many different opinions and insights to how you get to the common goal, because the common goal is that we all want to win, especially with yes. what we're doing at any time. COVID was not an accident. This is planned. The New World Order is a plan, been a plan for over 50 years now. So if we already know we're here, we're in it, we're right here in it. Now it's the deciding factor. So if you withhold your vote, great. Let's see how many people will come along. What happens in the Black community, what's happening with us? There hasn't been any leadership in the Black community.
Yeah, G, here's the problem I have, G, with withholding the vote. If everybody withhold a vote, and the people that we definitely don't want are elected, and we're talking about locally, federal, all above, you got 4 years to deal with not that vote for them walking in. Even if you lost, you still have that same scenario.
Yes.
But at least you gave it your best shot.
Hold on, G. I'm gonna add one.
Let's be clear.
Hold on, G. I gotta say this.
One term.
Hold on.
Where we got 100% what we wanted in office. Even when we showed up. Give me one term.
But I'm saying, G.
Well,
what Mr. Bowling is saying, if we don't vote, somebody's gonna get in the office, they're gonna sign a bill, and that bill gonna probably stand for 30 to 40 years before we can change it.
I understand that.
And then I think, G, don't get me wrong, G, I understand what you were saying. You want to boycott. You didn't say you didn't want to not vote ever again. You just wanted to boycott, I assume, one election. And that may be effective. I don't know. And nobody's never tried it. I've not voted. It could possibly be effective. But I worry about,
it's a risk.
Black folks already, I'm talking black folks, we already have to have a confirmation every so often to vote anyway. So those are the things that I wonder why we haven't changed in the American society or with all of the black leaders that we have. Why haven't we changed that idea that black folks are not American?
Well, I don't know why we call ourselves black in the first place. I mean, this back here is black. My shirt is black. My skin tone is brown.
Right.
Why we call ourselves? And I know I've said this plenty of times, but to get back to your point, man. Like, there's been times where we've had Republicans that have sat as Democrats to get the vote, and vice versa. So a lot of times we haven't vetted the people that we are voting for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I agree.
We don't know them outside of the postcard that they send to our mailbox, maybe a commercial that we see on TV. For those of us that make the meetings, okay, yeah. So what? I made it to a meeting if you done gave me a can of BS that you've already pre-prepped for me. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Like. We talk about like the what ifs if we don't, but we never talk about all of the underhanded things that they do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I've been in places
and they do a lot of.
We have politicians that, like, I've been a musician in different churches. Now, churches on Campbellton Road where the money flow ain't great, I've never seen a politician. When I've been to these big churches, they come in and they set up something at the service or even during the service where they can have their piece, where they can say what they want because they think that the Negroes in that church is influential. You understand what I'm saying? So I see the same candidates, where they ignore certain places, this, that, and the third. But then because you made me feel good because you stepped in on my church on Sunday morning, or you came and you showed up to an event, that earns my vote. Like we have such, like, we don't have any standards. And that's what I'm saying. If we get on and we boycott a election, okay, so let's see.
It's not standards, it's demands.
My bad. I'm not looking at these comments. I'm sorry. My thing is that if we can collectively agree to do one thing, and that's not saying agree to vote Democrat, agree to vote Republican, agree to vote, these nuts. I'm just saying, like, we get on. We send a message to the nation that we're sitting out on this one, okay? Because in many cases where we voted, we've still got the short end of the stick. We've been voting very strong these past 20 years. It started with Al Gore, okay, and we got screwed on that one. Let's just be clear. Obama and them didn't do too much for us. They did more for the LGBT.
That was the agenda of him.
But yeah, okay.
Say that again, Wanda.
That was the agenda. Put a black man in office and give.
Yeah, but they funded his campaign too.
White people wasn't going to do that. They wasn't getting ready to get them rights up.
Yeah, but you got to look at it too. They funded his whole campaign. So he who funds it runs it. So
exactly.
But again, G, that goes back to Obama. That goes back to Obama's looking at who votes. He know the LGBT community votes. So he's gonna pander to them. He's looking at us and saying, as a whole, we don't vote as often. We
Nah.
did vote for him. We did
Okay.
vote for him, but
In
as a whole,
droves.
as a politician, even when I ran, what I had is I had before me having a list. It gave me
Okay.
communities that voted. It gave me communities that didn't vote. So if I'm gonna spend my time in East Lake campaigning for folks that are not gonna show up to the poll, I'm wasting my money. So, but if I got on the other side a part of East Lake that does vote, and it actually you can get all that information right down the line. For those folks that do vote, these churches that sit over in Mount Patmos or sits close to the county road, these folks vote. So I'm going to spend my time with those folks that vote. So I'm saying if you don't vote, your politicians they have all that record. Who voted in the last election? How many votes showed up at this poll? How many people in this community voted? So this is where if you don't show up to vote. Now, if we did it as a bar cart, maybe I can go with that for one time. But I could not say you should not vote, because if you don't vote, it's almost like the census. You cut yourself out of all of those things, or those politicians who want to come to your area, because it doesn't matter what they offer you. You can't help them get elected.
That's
Because
right.
if you don't vote, you don't count, and you don't
Trump has
exist.
been in
Hold on,
office,
let
and
me
he's put over 100 judges in seats
I understand.
from him being in office. So I mean, this is nothing to play around with, because when
194.
they're in that power seat, you can shake things up long after you're in that power seat.
Exactly. He placed 194 judges. I know G Clark got to read the comments. Boy, these comments are flooding.
I'm about to say because
goodness.
Read the comments.
Oh my.
Okay, so Big Bull said, didn't Reagan also let the CIA flood the black neighborhoods with cocaine in order to fund the war in Nicaragua? Victor said, preach Rev G Clark. Big Bull, I feel that there aren't any good choices. Victor then said, preach Evangelist Wanda. Oh, I know. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I'm late. Victor said, do not fast or skip this vote. He said, the hell, we can't afford not to vote. People work too hard to get us to vote. Big Bull said, how come America doesn't have universal health care? How is it we are one of the richest country on the planet, yet we have homeless people? How is the law supposed to be just and equal for all? Hold on. Okay, had to hit the continue button. Ooh, yeah. Okay, he put it on. Okay, yeah. Hold on, let me get my spot.
Boy, yeah,
clearly the measure of the law is seen differently based on ethnicity or location. How do we still have people disappearing in this country that aren't found? What about saving our children? What laws or officials in elected office have actually aided the black community without wanting more than what is given? Honestly, to be told, desegregation was the worst idea, because instead of becoming self-sufficient as a community, we became dependent in order to be included in their society. Okay, he get it. They depend on the minorities to survive and give themselves a feeling of superiority. In a way, we need to get back to our own as a collective. We should appoint one like us to speak on our issues and back that candidate to run for office, because if we don't, we will always be getting a handshake while the other hand is getting in our pocket.
Woo!
Come on, Bull.
Student.
Not this year, man. 2016, there was still a low black voter turnout. And Big Bull, voting isn't anything less than a popularity contest, because you go where you are supported and avoided places where they have alternative opinions of your views. Oh, that's heavy. Yeah, that is heavy.
There's a lot of,
I mean,
and the comment on what he was saying, that is so true. So when you don't vote, that gives them that popularity, who likes them, who don't. And if you don't vote, they will automatically show up to those areas that actually vote, and they got a chance to win. They're not going to show up to the areas that folks don't vote, because they're not liked at all. You take, for instance, Mr. Trump avoiding John Lewis's funeral. He knew he was going to be criticized, so he didn't even bother to come. So, right. and that's how politicians work. And until we understand that is how politicians work, we've got to put something on the table that they can agree with, and that we can agree with. And like Grady said, if they don't agree with our agenda, we need to vote them out. I don't care who they are. Black, white, Puerto Rican, exactly. Republican, Democrat, Independent. If they don't agree with our agenda, the problem I have with Obama and universal health care, as he mentioned it, I'm not a fan of universal health care, but if he was going to do it, go ahead and do it all the way when you had the seat, when you had the House, when you had the Senate. Go ahead and push it all the way. Don't just say, hey, people with existing can be covered. Put a cap on that coverage, because it doesn't matter if you tell them that they can cover me, but it's still going to cost me $900 a month. I think you just didn't go far enough. So those are the things that we have to really sit down and talk about. Let's forget Republican and Democrats, independents. I think black folks have to figure out what their agenda is, like the Jews have, like white folks have, and the other races have figured out what their agenda is. Forget what other folks think about us. We know what you hadn't done, because we hadn't been a human to y'all since we were brung here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I really think that truly we are a simple people. We don't ask much because we probably just rather y'all leave us the hell alone.
Like the Bible said, you have not because you ask not. Man, we doing well, man. This is a great show.
I know. And G, to make that an example of why I leaned back in my early days toward Republican, because I was that guy. I wanted less government intervention, and they offered that. I didn't want all of those laws, because one thing I've never understood: how can a guy spend 2 weeks in school to become a stockbroker, but have to spend 12 months in school to do hair, and get licensed in order to make money? But you can go and you can sell insurance in 2 weeks, and I can ruin your life with your investments, but I can't let Keisha get licensed to do hair. So those are the things that I was leaning toward in my early parts of independence and the Republican Party in my early days. They don't offer that crap today. They don't offer nothing today no more than Democrats. We ain't nothing to none of them.
What happened?
Oh no, I think somebody probably called on this landline.
That's all.
There you go. Mr.
Say that again.
Okay.
King, I didn't hear you. That last part.
I was just venting about, where I think the rules are unfair to people of working class. And what I was thinking is, if Keisha wanted to learn how to do hair, she got to spend 12 months in school to do this. I can spend 20, what is it? Basically 3 weeks to 3 months to become a police officer and kill you. Or I can go and spend 2 weeks to learn how to sell insurance and put you in on all kind of bad investments. But a guy that learned how to just want to make a living have to spend a year and a half in school to cut hair, and some of the smaller things. So those are the things in the early days that the Republicans offered that I leaned toward that made me vote. But now today, I was saying that they don't offer none of that today. They've been taken over by the Tea Party, which is a hateful group toward most folks. And for those black folks to still want to just run with them, that's on you. That's on you. But you're not facing the truth about what the Republican Party has become. Ain't no more John McCain's. Those guys are gone. Those guys that were real Republican who believed in less government intervention, less taxes, and all of that are gone. A lot of these guys that are there, they are a hate group, is what, as far as I'm concerned, at this point today. And I think you really have to take that in consideration when you're trying to support a group that does not support you. I like some of the stuff that Donald Trump done, but I also don't like the fact that he liked the race bait, because that's turning back the hands of times. That's just selling for whatever taxes you're gonna bring home and the money he done gave you. You're willing to sell your soul for that money simply because this man is truly race baiting and truly bringing out hatred for white folks to be scared of us when there really is no need to be scared.
Yeah, exactly.
So
now, hold on, G. I have a question for you, Mr. Bowman. Can you let our listeners know what office that you have ran for, and are you considering doing it again?
That's been so long ago. No, I never will. I never would. Because, like G said, now this is something. That's why I say I'm a realist. Like G said, it's a whole lot of stuff to go on behind the scene that that you ain't ready for unless you got to be really rooted down. And most of our politicians are not rooted in nothing. They rooted in money and rooted in popularity. And when you're rooted in that, you're gonna do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And I love money so much that I ain't even gonna put myself in that position to be goated like I was when I was younger. I mean, I got goated. I went down I did some things. So I'm not willing to do that no more. I'm an older guy now. I got kids. I got to look out for what's right.
Yeah.
And I think I can make more of a change outside the office than I could inside.
So So that is why you see a lot of politicians go into office with black hair and come out with white hair. Within 4 years, they're stressed.
Well, this is gonna be my last point.
Baptist preacher.
All I'm
Got
saying.
me in the benediction. Go ahead.
No, man, I didn't say I'm closing. I said in my last point.
Because that's 10 more closings.
Right.
Thank you, Wanda.
You're welcome, friend. Pump up.
The point that I want somebody to prove this, and maybe if you can prove this before the next show or however much time it takes. To everyone that's been affected, by the pandemic, where you have lost employment, we saw them miss the deadline late July. They still haven't found a resolution. There are plenty of people that did not choose to be unemployed. They did not walk away from their jobs. Their performance was not in any way in question with how they did their job, and now they find themselves struggling, to find employment at this point in time. We saw what the Congress has done. They decided to go on vacation rather than legislate something to assist those that really at this point can't help themselves. We've seen what's happened with this presidential run. We've seen what's happened with the one before him, and the one before him. To be honest. And my thing is this: who do we vote at this point in time to change a good percentage enough to get change going in? Because it's been the same thing that they've been feeding us term after term after term after term. And I understand we can get local things going, but who do we have that we kind of know what's going on? We kind of know their agenda. We know they've done something for us without having a political office. And I've been pretty tight with what's going on here in my district in Clayton County. I don't know these fools. I don't. I mean, like literally, okay, all right, well, yeah, they vote. I'm like the whole voting process. And I'm quite sure there's people that's like me that, okay, yeah, I'm sitting here. I'll go to your meeting. I'll go to your website. I'll read what you're about. If it's bullshit, sorry. If it's BS, if it's BS that you're putting on your website and you convince me to vote, to me, that vote still doesn't count. You understand what I'm saying? Because I fell for your trap. So if we don't have a collective of candidates from district to district that we can say they've done something for us without a political position, you understand what I'm saying? We kind of know them. We've seen them doing stuff in the community. Like, what are we voting for? Because I could put BS in, and y'all know, and just like Mr. Bowen said, they do things. They do things for the hell of it, and they say what they got to say to get what they want to get. So I mean, like I said, if you fail for BS and you voted for them, you might as well have boycotted.
Yeah, I think people should boycott their dollars, because the vote is so powerful and so important. Because your vote affects the community. How do you know if you're going to vote on certain stuff? How are you going to affect the money for your kids' funding, school education funding, and all kind of stuff? So,
that's the thing. People, we pull on the generation that got us to vote.
Right.
We hold them in such high regard. I love every single one of them. I thank every single one of them. However, we forget that they were still willing to neglect certain things, or to boycott certain things, or to sit out on certain things in order to get what they need. Because paying to ride a bus in Montgomery and complaining about how they treating you wasn't gonna work. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's over a year, but no, because I mean, like people sit there, they vote to vote. Okay, but they didn't fight for you to be fooled. They didn't fight for you to be mistreated by your vote, or miscounted by your vote, or whatever the case may be, when like I said, there's been a few times that we showed out like we supposed to, but it does not matter. They didn't fight for us to be just present.
I know.
Well, I think G, the answer to that
moment, the one that got the participation award, we get the participation
right.
award. That's all I'm saying.
I think the answer to that is if you can boycott a vote, that's fine. If your group decide to do that. But I think more importantly is Black folks have to understand we've got to fight for something. Most of us, and I'm gonna just break it down to the nearest form. Most of us go to McDonald's, wait 20 minutes for a hamburger. We'll fuss about it, but we won't even call the corporate office and complain. But guess what? Tomorrow we get hungry, we're gonna go back to that same McDonald's and do it again.
Yeah.
So this is what's happening with our politicians.
And you can
we will sit there when they know it. We know they ain't did nothing for us. We'll vote them right back in. It's not a matter that we don't show the vote. We know them. We just put them back in, even though they ain't done nothing for us. That's what we have to stop. That's what we have to stop altogether, not just in our community. I mean, everywhere. When you go to McDonald's, they ain't right, complain. Start practicing that habit. Complain about McDonald's. Boycott that McDonald's like you said. If you go to Shell and that Indian guy talking to you rude, don't go back there and spend your money again tomorrow for a cigarette, beer, or a cookie or whatever it is. Until we practice that habit, we're going to always get the bottom of the barrel. Most races do not allow you to treat them like scum, and then they kiss your butt for it.
Yeah, and they always say they'll be back, so stop going back. All right, no, we got to pick this up on another show, make it a part 2, because this is some great information that we got to be consistent. We have to practice, like Mr. Bowman said. I know we gotta we're gonna do some shout outs, but G. Clark he act like the minister at my mom's memorial service.
Don't you do that. All right. You know what? I'm boycotting the next show, damn it. You done
He went too far.
Now you going too far. Now we talk about boycott. You going way too far now.
That fool was drunk.
He wasn't drunk. He just talked too much.
Anybody that sit here and turn to the side and she was a good lady. The Bible says this fool was drunk. I don't care what nobody said. That fool was drunk. I'm sitting on the bench. I'm looking down at Grady. Grady looking at me. I'm like, you want me to play the wrap it up music? No, because he's gonna keep going. I didn't know there was a pastor coming on after him. See, I was gonna get up there and play the wrap it up music to wrap him up. You know, I knew that was gonna be another 5-10 minutes. But he wasn't even the one that was presiding over
the funeral. Yeah, because Pop kept saying, because I was thinking it was another Ron. He said, well, Ron want to say a few things. So I was like, okay, this is Pop friend. You know, he know mom, but he don't know mom. And I was just like, whatever. Because, you know, at the time, I wasn't in the right mind of making any kind of decision. I left that up to Pop, you know. So I was like, it was tough. But y'all believe at my memorial service, it will be a comedy show. I don't care what somebody says. I'm gonna have comedians on. They're gonna talk about the crazy stuff I done, and I expect Wanda D to show up and Shamika to show up to say stop touching stuff. I won't be touching nothing because my hand gonna be folded.
Nah, I'm gonna set some kind of sound effect by your casket, and it'll creak so we can say stop touching stuff, Grady.
All right. Look at guys. We gotta run. We thank everybody for their support. Victor Chapman, everybody. The bull. Y'all check out the Fat Guy Show.
Hold on. Let me knock on wood. We hope that day is a long day.
Way. Yeah.
From today. Yeah.
We got a lot to do. We have a lot to accomplish. So make sure you guys, y'all do what this shirt says. Hold on. Let me go back to my screen. Make sure you guys do. Hold on, G. Clark. I'm gonna get back to you. Hold on. Eat. Hold on, move this out the way. Eat, drink, and laugh.
Eat, drink, and laugh.
Eat, drink, and laugh. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. What you got, G. Clark?
Oh, shout out to Diesel.
Diesel down low. Yeah.
Everywhere they go, they know I'm with DJ Grady Baby Radio. They know G. Clark. There it is.
Yeah, I got to order some more shirts and stuff too. Yeah, I got some more shirts and stuff we got to order. Brian Bowman, we got to put some things together. Matter of fact, we're gonna have a meeting sometime this week, whatever. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys love a little bit more, and you guys, each one reach one, each one teach one. We love you guys,
man.
We out here. Wanda D, I love you, Wanda.
I love you, Grady. I love you, G. Clark.
You know, we gotta get that motivation out first. I keep forgetting to do that motivational first. You know, because I wanna get that motivational part out first. Hold on, welcome him back.
Hey, shout out to all the listeners, Big Bull, Victor, man. We thank y'all.
Here go Grady. He doing it again. He didn't close it and he didn't open it back up.
I'm sorry.
Grady, stop touching stuff. We're gone. We're
gone. But I was telling Mr. Brian, thank you for coming on, Mr. Bowman.
Hey, I'm glad you had me. I enjoyed being on with all of y'all.
Yeah, we miss you, man. We miss you so much, bro. Man,
I wanted to pull my shirt up like y'all did, but my stomach started showing more, so I had to. I
was like, hold on.
The Thick Love Club was about to come out, so I don't put it back down.
I'm glad you decided not to, King. That's pretty good.
All right, y'all. We gonna sign out, y'all. We love you guys. We out of here.
Peace. All right.